Hey, what's going on, guys? It's LuceyGoosey, and welcome to episode 25 of Minigame Madness. That's right, episode 25, and like I said before, this is going to be a World Tour episode. Hello, Snowman Steve, how are you today? He looks beautiful. But for the World Tour, I'm gonna have other people join the game. Hopefully, I put it on turn off invite only, so if anyone wants to join the game, they can. But we're just gonna go and look around at all the games we made, and then at the end we'll play a couple of my favorites. So yeah, I was originally gonna make a game, and I actually started making one, but it's not there anymore, so I must have forgot to save it. But the first game we made was Fist Fight, and it seems like one of the Snowman Steve really likes Fist Fight because he's never left the game. Oh wait, never mind, he can't. Ha! We trapped him in here. But yeah, Fist Fight is a pretty fun game, pretty simple. You just stand here and try to knock the other person either into the lava or just kill them by fisting them, or, you know, punching them. But over here we got Towers, which was actually, I think, the third or fourth minigame we made. But it's basically a game where you stand on your tower and try to bow people off. I don't have a bow, but, you know, try to bow people off each tower, and it was pretty fun. And then over here we've got Zombie Tag, which we made around Halloween time, and it was a really fun game. And for this World Tour, I didn't even mention this, but I'm just kind of showing you guys all the minigames we made. If you missed any of the episodes, or if you want to make a minigame for yourself and you just don't have any ideas, this is kind of like the perfect episode for you. But next episode we'll go back to making minigames. So yeah, right here we've got Zombie Tag, and one person is a zombie and the other person are humans, and the humans try to find all the chests throughout the graveyard to try to kill the zombie. So it's pretty simple and a pretty fun game. Then over here we've got Bridges, which is a fun game, kind of like Skywars, where you start out at one spot and you work your way up to middle and try to kill the other people. Really fun, and I highly recommend watching that episode because it's an awesome minigame. Over here we have Tag, which is just a simple minigame where you put on armor and stuff and try to tag other people with fire sticks, and when you lose or when you get tagged, you have to take off armor. It's a really fun minigame, and yeah, really fun and really simple. So right here we have Maze Craze, and Maze Craze is a really fun game as well. You get, let's see, what do you get? I don't remember. You get all this stuff with the stone sword and stake, and you get up here, you go to your corners, and you try to kill the other people in this maze. If you get knocked into the lava, obviously you die. And yeah, it's a really fun minigame, and definitely pretty cool to make on one of your minigame worlds. Over here we have One in the Quiver, which is a basic minigame that everybody knows how to play. Hopefully you all know how to play. But basically, you know, you go in survival, and you walk through here, and you will get poisoned. That will take you down to half a heart, and then if you get shot by an arrow or punched by somebody, you will die on the first hit. So it's pretty fun, and definitely an awesome minigame to play with your friends. And then over here, on our last PvP game, we have Strider Fighter, or Depth Strider Fighter, and it's the game we made last episode where you get a sword, and you get Depth Strider stuff. It's a chest plate, but it still works. And you swim around in the water and try to kill your friends. So it's pretty fun. And there was also an ocean monument that I built inside of there. So now I think we're going to go on to the parkour games, because that is the least amount of games that we have in one section. The first game is Gold Rush, and this was one of the ones we made really early on, so I can see why you might have missed this one. But it's a really fun game. You walk in here, and there's a lever over there that you flick it, and it will send gold blocks flying down onto this platform. And the first one to like 32 gold blocks ends up winning the game. So it's kind of a mixture of PvP and parkour, but it's definitely a really fun game. Jungle Run is just a parkour race where you go through the temple up onto the trees and try to make it to the highest tree. Really fun parkour game, and definitely a little bit of a challenge. And then we have Flappy Turkey, which is a really fun game that we made for Thanksgiving, and it's basically Flappy Bird. We don't have the top pipes, but it's just a parkour game that you try to race your friends across and hopefully be the best Flappy Turkey ever. So really fun game. I should have finished it up, but I'm not that good at parkour, so it would have taken me hours. But over here we've got Candy Cane Pain, which is a recent one we made. I'm not sure what episode it was. It was 21 or 20, but really fun game where you go up here, parkour around the candy canes, and try to knock people off and be the last one standing. So those were all the parkour games, and now we've got random So let's go down the random section. The first random game we made was Lucky Tower, where we got our lucky block right here, and you knock down this tower, put the torch underneath it, and try to gather all of your resources from the items that are falling. And it's really fun because then you have a death match afterwards, and it's kind of like an RNG game, which is like random stuff that you might have. So you might have no armor, you might have full diamond armor. It's really fun, and sometimes really OP for some people. This is Shear the Sheep, or it's not even Shear the Sheep, it's like Collect the Sheep, and it was kind of a weird game that we made, just a little one that I came up with one time. And this dispenser is full of sheep, and you try to corral them back to your base, and like first one to 5 sheep wins. So it's kind of like if you ever played Sheep Quest on Mineplex, that's what it kind of is like. Over here we've got the pumpkin pie game, where you just basically go around here and try to figure out how to make pumpkin pie, because I had no idea how to make pumpkin pie, but now that I know that I've played this game, I think exactly how to make it. You need sugar, eggs, and pumpkin. Yeah, just like in the 3 slots right here. But now we got Cornucopia Corruption, I think I called it. Yeah, Cornucopia Corruption. And you just basically try to get turkey, rolls, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. This was a Thanksgiving game that we made, and all these chests have different things in it that you will try to do to figure out or to get all of your stuff. So those are all the random games, and lastly, we have the strategy game. So the first strategy game we made was called Shadow Maze, and it was kind of like a Halloween game, the kind of scary game that we made for Halloween. Inside here, it's just a giant maze full of chests and other things that will help you get other things or other stuff, and you can use that to kill all the other players and be the last one alive. So really fun game right there. I'm gonna have to end up breaking that door. But then we got football, which is just a really fun game where you try to get into the end zone on the other player, and if the other player kills you or tackles you, then they end up stopping you, and you just go until someone scores so many points or whatever. Over here we got scuba. I think we called it scuba scavenger. Yep. And you just basically try to get all the gold out of the water, and there's a little chest with a bunch of gold in it, and then you try to fill up your totem poles with gold blocks. So a really fun game right there, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, sorry about that, I had to take care of something, but next game we have is Trading Trouble, and it's a really big game. Well, not that big, I thought it was a bit bigger, but there's a bunch of villagers in here. Hello, how are you, villagers? And you basically try to go throughout here and collect all the stuff. Wait, did we have mob pens? No, we didn't. But yeah, you try to collect a bunch of stuff to trade with the villagers and be the first one to, I think, fill up your totem pole, right? Oh, nope, the first one to get an emerald block ends up winning the game. So just 9 emeralds, but it's a really fun game. You can trade with wheat, or what's in here? I think this is the animal pen. I think, yeah, we have animal spawn eggs in there, and some sugar cane. So definitely a really fun game, and definitely deserves to be in the strategy section. Alright, the next game we have is Wacky Wool, and this is a really fun game that definitely is a favorite when I invite people on the world to play. No one's actually joined. That's kind of sad. It makes me all lonely and stuff. But we have the colors of the rainbow. You go in here, and this is like a big platter of stuff, and you try to get all the colors in order from red to purple, and it gets really tough at the end because there are only 2 purples right here and right here, and yeah, only 2 people can get the purple. And lastly, we have Shovel Skirmish, which was a really fun game that we made. And oh, I still have my shovel here that helped me out with the pixel art. But here we go. We got our snow, and I think the shovels, we have them, but we never used them because they were too OP. But if you go in here, you got your little driveways, and you try to clear out your driveways with your hands, and try to put the other snow on the other people's driveways to you know, make sure that they don't finish before you, and you try to be the first one to clear out your area. So definitely belongs in the strategy section. And that is all the mini games we made so far. I think that's 24. It might, yeah, it is 24 because the one game we actually didn't make on camera. And so yeah, that is all the mini games for this world tour that we have to check out. And now you'll go on to a little clip of seeing me and Zachary and maybe some other people playing maybe 1 or 2 mini games to end off this episode. So hopefully you guys did all enjoy, and yeah, let's get into the clips. Alright guys, so I actually missed one game, and that is Lava Leap, and it is in our strategy section. I must have flown right by it, but Lava Leap is a fun game that I actually have a downloaded map for. So if you want to download it, I think I'll probably leave a link to the download in the description. I might be a little bit forgetful and forget to do it, but you can always find the video on my channel where I have a big version of this, and it's really fun. You just build across with glass to try to make it to the other side. So it's definitely a really fun minigame, and I have to break out the top here, but I don't know if we're going to be playing any minigames today, so this is probably going to be the end of the episode. So hopefully you guys did all enjoy. We will be playing them sometime soon, so look forward to that. Maybe episode 30, we will go around playing some of our minigames. But hopefully you guys did all enjoy this episode of Minigame Madness. If you want to see more world tours like this, make sure you guys let me know. I think we'll do them every 25 episodes, so episode 50 will be the next world tour. But hopefully you guys did all enjoy this episode of Minigame Madness. Definitely really fun, and yeah, hopefully you guys did all enjoy. I'm out for now. Peace.